All right, evening everyone. We're just finished a abbreviated warm-up. Already set the weight. We're going to stick with the Specialized Venge frame and the Zip 808 wheels. We're doing 2 quick laps. I'm expecting to be very quick. This is a pretty flat course around the Champs-Elysees. So it would have been great if I got a better warm-up in, but that didn't happen. So now I'm going to see what I can do about getting the heart rate up. Yeah, it looks like everyone's running the Zip 808 wheels. Get the shoes tightened up here. Get your weather update real quick. 1 minute to go. Get my mouse up here so I don't have to look for it later. Up on the power up button. Currently 66. Feels like 66. At 5:30 in the evening. Central Time, Southern Mississippi. 69% humidity. 30 seconds to go. Haven't ridden and been on the bike in 2 weeks. So this will be interesting. Again, I'm expecting this to be very flat, very fast. So apologies, but I don't expect to be doing much talking. Last lap. So that's the power up to save. Forgot about the sprint banner. Watch for the move to be made on that uphill as we go under the overpass. Right around 2 miles to go. You can see the finish line on the other side of the road. Start playing a little cat and mouse here. I think both the guys with this jersey already burned their power up.
If you don't just stand there and do it full, you're not going to. I would say, after the night, it's not one. I'm going to get it done. I'm sorry, you're not going to have anything. I'm sorry.
I'll be with you in a moment. Let's see. So we were almost 2 minutes off the front group. Oh, interesting. I just noticed this. The jersey shown right here is the jersey they were wearing in the race. So this guy here is the guy that went on the uphill as we went under that overpass. Where I said that move would be made. We dug pretty deep. He had a good gap. I chased him coming back. Arguably, I should have gone. Maybe took him with me, but then it would have just been him and I. Even if I lost to him, it would have just been the two of us. Instead, everyone else caught us, and then it became a sprint at the end, and I came in last out of the four rather than last out of the two, assuming we could have kept him away. Well, first time racing that. I've ridden that on those roads a couple times, but everything's different when you race it because every little nuance is felt, and that was for sure. The cobbles definitely played a part of it, and it was definitely a fast race. Let me get this saved away, and then we'll come back. I'm sitting on my mouse. I'm using a new mouse here, and it's a lot more touchy. You have to turn down the sensitivity on it or something, because I can't keep track of where my mouse is. As you can see toward the end, I went to over the shoulder, I guess what you call it, second person view, and thinking that it would still tell me my distance as I was gapping, but I'd also be able to see everyone around me. Let me get this restarted real quick. It didn't tell me the gap, and that was critical to me, so I turned it back to first person view. I was trying to watch toward the end there. When we were all back together, I was concerned because, can you smell that? Can you smell that? It smells like matches or something? Yeah, it's not.
Over here.
Oh. All right. And it could just be something got sucked into it.
Yeah, I don't smell it together.
I don't know what I was saying. We all came back together. If I was still in second person view, maybe I would have seen people start to go, maybe not. I was more concerned with keeping an eye on the wheel in front of me. And we'll go back to London for a cool down race right here. Anyway, 2 laps, very fast. Get you some data on that. Yeah, this big gear. All right, so 10.5 miles. We had if you notice, came out of the pen, made a right, went all the way down, veered to the right, veered back to the left, made a left turn, went under the overpass, another left turn, veered to the left, veered to the right, straight away, under the start finish banner. That started the race. Everything we just done was the lead out or the lead in. So none of that, I mean, obviously we're still racing, but in real life that wouldn't have been part of the race. That would have been the neutral start. Average 24.7, max speed 36.6. So, anyway, let's see. I'm glad I finished it. Just into the first lap, as we came out of the start finish banner, and then you start more right along, and then it starts slightly uphill. Somewhere in there, there's a sprint banner, more uphill, then it levels off, makes a big circle around the Arctic Trail, and somewhere in there, seriously thought about just giving up at that point. My heart rate was already 172, 173 and climbing, and I kept falling farther and farther back. But just then, a gap started to form. My surge caught on the group of what became the group of 5. That the rest of us stayed together then the rest of the race, except for, I think, that same spot somewhere in there on the last lap, so the next lap. We lost one of the guys. One of the guys that had been flagged for sandbagging. He fell off. I think it was on that uphill section. So there were just the 4 of us. Somewhere in there, I got my heart rate down to sub 160. I think it was like 158 or so. Pretty happy about that. I need to make sure that I get the mindset at the end of our race to not hold anything back. That played out for me pretty well, not this race, but the previous race. And I wound up just going 2 of us. I wound up not quite catching the guy in front of me before the finish line. So he won between the 2 of us, but we got away from everyone. And what I should have done is, when I caught this guy, because I saw he was putting in, I think, well over 6 watts per kilogram. I'd have to go back and look at the video. And he was digging for a long time. His avatar was out of the saddle for a while. And just as I was about to catch him, I saw his watts per kilogram dropped off to like 2.0. And my heart rate was up like 175, 176. But I should have just dropped the hammer and see if I could drop him, and then just solo it in And if I got caught, I got caught. I mean, it would have been no worse than what happened, because of the 4 guys left, I came in 4th. So if I had tried to break away from the guy that made the move, right, so I caught him. If I tried to sling past him and break away, if he had caught me and the other 2 guys caught me, it wouldn't matter. I still would have come in 4th. So I need to remember to change the mindset at the end of the game. Again, speaking about a chess game, and change that up to leave nothing out there. But that just comes with experience, I guess. I've done quite a bit of racing in my past, but never was. I had a few experiences where, obviously several, to where I placed well so that I could go up in the categories, but I wasn't the guy to hang on for the sprint finish. I'm not a sprinter, or haven't been. I wasn't a climber either, but it seems like as I've gained a lot of experience and shed some pounds and understood what my body can do physiologically, and ignore what my mind thinks I can do psychologically, it seems like I've become a better climber. So what I need to realize is that I can take that same effort and turn that into big efforts at the end of a race. Especially in a situation like that where it's not like it's a mountaintop finish or something like that. That's all pretty flat in there. And I don't know, it tells me that next time I do that race, we'll have to, obviously every race is a little different, even if it's on the same course, because you have different riders, but I think there's always going to be a move that gets made on that little rise, because if people can put in the dig, that's where you're going to separate the folks that can't climb as well, or can't put in the effort on the uphill, and anyway, so I think there's always going to be an effort right there, and so depending on how it all plays out, that's going to be, I need to also get an idea of how long of a distance that is. From that, you go under, you come up, you make a left 90 degree. From that left 90 degree, how long is it? All right, are we only talking 4/10 of a mile, half mile? Can I put in a all-out effort for half a mile? I need to also make sure that I'm not bringing anyone along for a free ride. I think I did a pretty good job of that this time when I jumped across the gap over that one guy at the end. And the problem is then I just sat there on his wheel trying to recover, and I just watched the guys behind us get closer and closer and closer and closer. Right, so then all that effort was wasted. My hope was, I could see it happening, but my hope was that they burned enough energy catching us that maybe they can't recover in time. But the reality was Now they could recover just fine. They weren't as good at the little uphill piece, but once they caught us, they were excellent on the flats and the sprint. So anyway, live and learn. Like I said, first time I've raced on that course, so I'll definitely have to make sure that's on my list to do again. All right, sitting about 130. I think we'll just bring this to an easy 3-mile cool down. Again, very short race. Only 2 laps plus the lead in. And there's the cool down. All right, guys. Well, if you like that video, hit the thumbs up. If you want to stay notified of anytime I go live or upload a video, hit that subscribe button. As always, I'll go through and I'll update the comments here with my Garmin data. Obviously, I need to update the description here. Just didn't have time to do that before the race. And as always, I'll leave in the comments, I'll leave my Garmin data. I'll leave a link to the hydration product I use called H2O. And I'll leave a link to the maps of Zwift. If there's something you want to see me ride, leave me a comment. Even if I've already ridden it before, or if you want to see me ride it in the other direction, because it's always good to see terrain the other direction. Or if you want to go for a ride, leave me a comment. We'll set something up. So with that, I will see everyone in the virtual world. Keep Zwifting.